Going on? Happy Wednesday. How we doing? I'm actually in the car today, kind of running around getting ready for tomorrow. I'm headed out to go skiing tomorrow. So running around, getting everything done, last minute checks, the fun stuff before going on vacation. Anyhow, today I'm going to talk a little bit about how I got in the business. So, 2 years in the business, right out of high school. I grew up in Melbourne. So Melbourne is about an hour and a half north of Jupiter. Melbourne's a great little town. Grew up there, born and raised. And in high school, so backstory. Since I was 9 years old, I've always been mowing lawns, buying and flipping boats, cars, detailing businesses for boats, cars, pressure washing businesses, stuff, right? So always have been doing that. Started my lawn business at 9 years old because my dad said if I wanted anything, I had to buy it on my own. It was Pokemon cards back in the day. Every time I mowed the yard, I got $15, and a pack of Pokemon cards was $15 at Walmart. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to start mowing lawns. So started that, 9 years old. Every time I mowed the lawn, got a pack of Pokemon cards. I think today, when I stopped, I had like 5,000 or something like that. Some ridiculous amount of Pokemon cards. And anyways, out of high school, or senior year of high school, I sold the lawn business, sold all my businesses, and I decided to get into real estate. And I've always kind of grown up in it. Family has been in it their whole life. Grandma, my dad, a lot of people in the family have been in it. So I kind of grew up in it, grew up around it, and loved it. Senior year, I asked my pops, I'm like, hey, can I work for you? And he was like, no. So I was like, oh, okay, interesting. And looking back, I'm thankful he didn't hire me, just because family business is always tough, right? It's like they tell you to do something, oh yeah, I'll do it when I get to it, right? But if it's someone else who's not family related, you're gonna do it most likely. So, and then on top of that, he has a bigger size team, and he's not in the position to train anyone. So also it wouldn't really have helped me. So I thank him for not hiring me. But anyways, long story short, reached out to my mentors, reached out, to my dad. I was like, where should I go? What should I do? Long story short, I got hooked up with a team down in Jupiter and moved down to Jupiter, didn't know a soul. 3 months into it, I decided, you know what, I'm gonna move somewhere. I wasn't really liking the team that much, and my mentors were like, oh, you're crazy, don't do it, it's too soon, blah blah blah. And I did it, and for the next 6 months it was rough. I was trying everything under the sun. I was door knocking, I was cold calling, I was doing YouTube videos, TikToks, everything you could think of, I did it. And the problem was, I did everything and I didn't do all of it good. So what's the saying, a master of all trades is a master of none? That was me in my first 6 months. So then I got a real estate coach. I started buying leads. Like I said, I didn't know anyone, so I was like, coach, what's the highest and best use of my time? Buying leads, meeting people, getting in front of them that way. And so buying leads, my first 6 months, I think I spent $15,000 on leads. And I was like, for me, a 18-year-old, 19-year-old kid, that was a big pill to swallow. And again, didn't know anyone there. It was like, at that point, it was a mindset game. And it was like, what's the saying? Fight or flight. I think that's the saying. Anyways, it was a big mindset thing for me. Long story short, 1 month after the 6-7 months, I was kind of flustered. I'm like, this is not going to work out for me. It's not. But it came down to mindset, routine, discipline. I was like, I'm going to make it work. I'm going to make it work. Failure's not an option. 1 month I think it was either $6 or $7 million in volume that month, and kept me afloat. It was phenomenal, right? And I had, at that time, or right after that, had an assistant, had my business partner leave me. So a lot of stuff was going on. And did I need an assistant at that time? No, but my coach was like, get an assistant. It'll force you to work harder. It'll allow you to delegate more so you can prospect more. things like that. So after that, in my first year in real estate, I did, I think it was $15 million in volume. $15 million in volume. And then I had the opportunity to speak at one of the largest conferences in the world, it's called the Tom Ferry Summit, and had opportunity to speak there in front of like 30,000 people roughly. And it was phenomenal. And we talked about new agent success. I was on a panel with a few other agents. It was a blast. And meanwhile, right, my first year, I had an opportunity to hire some more agents, and I started hiring agents. So then I started building the team more and growing. And all of this was like a rocky road for me, because I was like, I'm a new agent. I have agents now under me, and now I have an assistant. My business partner left me, and I have X amount of dollars in expenses, and blah, 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 blah. Like, it was kind of like a freak show for me. I didn't know what to do. Like, 19 years old, out of high school. Like, I'm not used to this. I'm used to mowing lawns, right? And anyways, this year we'll do as a team $26 million. I'll do about what I did last year in production. This year I was focusing more on building the team, things like that. I had my biggest sale this year at $8 million. And yeah, so this is where we're at this year. The goal next year is to do double, if not triple. That's the goal. Still working on the business plan, ironing that out. But yeah, working on scaling now. And that's my story, my quick little spiel. So yeah, that was my story. Just wanted to share that. Happy holidays, happy Thanksgiving past, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, and Happy New Year. I'm sure I'll post another video before then. But anyways, talk soon, and later.